Tell us about your morning, Aden.
Rootin' tootin'.
Did you have a good sleep?
I did.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, perfect. I didn't have to go pee or anything.
Not fair. Okay, so I am not a morning person, and the reason I'm up so early is because I really have to go pee. But now I'm distracted by the beautiful sunrise, which I don't normally get to see. It's just slightly after 6 a.m. here, and this is how, there's our wake-up call, all these really cool birds. And this is how we are starting day 2 of our Australian camper van trip. Okay, so we have decided that we are going to drive down to Canberra. Am I saying it right? Canberra. For today's little trip because the smoke seems to have cleared up a bit since last night. We're actually driving down the same road that we turned around on last night, and we can actually see today, so that's a good sign. Yeah, so we're gonna pop into Canberra, see what it's like there, and then continue on and decide how far we think we're gonna get today. Okay, so the center of the city of Google Maps is their parliament, which is kind of cool, but you have to you can drive around the bottom, and then we realized if we wanted to go up and see it, you had to take the ramp and actually go up a level, because there's only a few ways to get up there, but then it's just like a building on a hill. So now we're gonna go and try and find the People City Center and see what that one's like.
Yep.
All right. We're in the Capital Territory, Canberra, and Aden's been here before, and he got me kind of interested in wanting to come here because it's such a unique city. What makes it so unique, Aden?
That it was built here because they couldn't decide between Sydney or Melbourne, and so they picked a spot in the middle.
To make it the capital.
To make it the capital.
And how old is it approximately?
I think it's 60 or some years. I don't know.
And so you're saying it's kind of different from other cities out?
Because it was built as a modern city instead of grew up as a city.
Regular city.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last time you were here, it was Australia Day, right?
Yes.
And did it look like this?
It was empty.
Completely empty, no people.
Empty.
You're in the capital, the country's capital, on their national holiday, and there's no humans.
It was empty. Yeah.
Interesting.
And it looks pretty much empty today, too.
Yeah, it is. For a capital city, I mean, we realize it's a work day, but still, everywhere we've gone, it looks like the city's bigger than the amount of humans they have.
Yeah, they built for people to come here, and people haven't yet to come here.
Right. So it's just, sort of slowly growing.
Yeah.
Cool. And we're in a walking part of town, which is really nice. Quiet, but cute.
Lots of space.
Lots of space. We can walk like this.
Yeah.
You can walk on that side and I'll walk on this side.
You could walk 50 abreast and still not running.
Okay, so we just popped into this visitor center looking for public toilets and discovered they have a whole museum here about the history of the city. So we've come in to do a bit of fact checking Aden, what were some cool facts that you saw?
In 1957, Aurelia had just as many people as Canberra. Well, modern day Aurelia.
Yeah, modern day Aurelia. Wow. And then it just started to jump.
Sorry, Canberra. Yeah.
Canberra. So the most current one would be this with their projection. So I mean, if it jumps to that, it sort of explains the design, this big wide open space and ready for people.
So I guess these are some of the proposed places.
Oh, and they had to decide based on factors like water security, fertility, climate, access, and it being picturesque. Huh. So there's definitely a few options. Okay, so we've just spent the morning into early afternoon wandering around the Capital Territory. Had a much needed lunch break. Yeah, we were getting a bit hangry and there was too many good smelling places in town there with great food. And now we are going to start making the trek between here and Melbourne and trying to make it about halfway or just over halfway.
Yeah.
Which, how long do you think it would take?
3.5 hours.
Okay.
4.
And we're heading towards another free campsite on a lake that we found. Hume Lake. So let's go see if it's as good as everyone says it is. Of all places is because they have a decommissioned submarine. It's real narrow. Okay, so we've made it to Lake Hume, which is where we wanted to camp tonight, and there's a few other people camping here, so it looks like a popular one. But it's so eerie looking. So this is the part of Lake Hume that we're at is called Ludlow's Reserve. And look at it, it's just like tree trunks throughout the whole lake. It's so eerie. So we've been talking about how we're going to go see the new Star Wars movie when it comes out in a few days. So we've got Star Wars on the mind. But this definitely looks like somewhere from another world, eh? Is there a planet that it looks similar to?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay. So we could name this something ourselves.
Yeah.
And put it in the Star Wars universe.